How's it going, everybody? It's the Pure Wolf here, and today we're back with more Everlasting Summer. I remember the name this time, isn't that amazing? Anyway, we just got to the main square, or the square, I don't know if it's main or not. After, meeting a whole bunch of weird girls, I have a feeling we're just going to meet more, probably. I don't know how many characters are actually in this game, but we'll probably find out. So, yeah. At last, I managed to make it to the square. There was no linen on an armored car, although one could easily expect something like that after all this had happened. Instead, however, a monument of a certain comrade towered in the middle of the square. The letters on the pedestal read, Genda. Must be some big figure in the party. There are some small benches at the sides. It's quite pleasant here. Where did that girl tell me to go? To the left or to the right? To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And why am I going there anyway? Right. I've decided to pretend to be normal. So, to the right. Through a small grove, I came out at a pier. This is really nice. This looks peaceful. This looks like something cool, just sit at the edge. Don't put your feet in the water though, because sharks could kill you if you do that. I must have taken a wrong turn. Hey, wrong way! I turned towards the voice. The first girl stood before me. She's almost naked. Just saying, I don't want it. It's okay. Like I said, I've already mentioned that. I'm probably going to have to censor this video later on, but this is okay. There's bikini-covered girls on YouTube all the time. Okay. Now, what did I tell you? Take a left at the square, wasn't it? She had changed from her pioneer uniform into a bikini. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Slavia. Slavia? That's a pretty name, I guess. I don't know if I said it right. Actually, my full name's Slaviana. But everyone calls me Slavia. So you can too. Yeah. I still felt a bit confused, so I could not come up with a more meaningful answers. And what's your name? I felt like she could see right through me. Semyon? Nice to meet you, Semyon. Alright, I'm almost done here. Could you wait here a minute? I'm going to change. We'll go to Olga Dmitrievna together. Agreed? I'm not going to say that last name anymore. I'm not going to be able to do it. Agreed. After this exchange, she ran off. I sat on the pier and let my feet hang into the water. I was wearing heavy winter boots, but in such weather there was nothing wrong in getting my feet wet. Furthermore, it let me cool myself a little. Looking at the river, I was brainstorming and processing everything that has happened. If this is some kind of conspiracy, it's a weird one, even too friendly at times. No, it really looks more like a random event. Some entirely incomprehensible random event. Shall we go? Slavia was standing beside me, dressed in a pioneer uniform again. Let's go. I've been here for a very short time, but all of the people I've met, she looks the least suspicious. However, this fact is already suspicious itself. I can't say suspicious. We walked to the square. The USSR girl and the girl who hit me on the back were there, chasing each other. Is this some kind of game they're playing? Yolana? Yolana, stop running. I'll tell everything to Olga. Aye, aye, Captain. I decided not to question Slavia for a while about what was going on or the local residents. Better meet with the mysterious Olga first. Sounds like she's the boss here. We walk past the rows of almost identical cabins, some of which look like fat beer barrels, while others look more like household sheds. Finally, Slavia stopped in front of a smallish one-story cabin. Oh, it's so pretty, though. It looked like an artist's painting, the faded paint chipping here and there with age, was sparkling in the sun. Paint doesn't sparkle in the sun, though. I've never seen a house that sparkles. Is there, emeralds embedded in that paint? Whatever. The window shutters, slightly ajar, were swaying almost unnoticeably in the wind. The huge lilac bushes were growing at the sides. It seems as if this ramshackled hut was drowning in a storm of purple silk, and the lilacs, like some elemental force, were inexorably destroying the troop leader's house. "What are you standing around for? Let's go!" Slavia snapped me out of my daydreaming. "And stop teasing Lena already." Rena? What the fuck is that? These birds chirping is definitely not fitting in with whatever that is. Sounds like there's someone inside. I don't want to know. Indeed, a moment later, the door swung open. What was with the picture? Is nothing going to be explained? Okay, I guess we're not going to explain what the hell just happened. There was a jump scare noise, there was a creepy picture, and now everything's fine. Okay. And Liana ran out and dashed past with the same mischievous grin. The pig-tailed girl came out next. "Don't let it bother you, Lena." So her name was Lena. Gotta be thankful it's not Rena, at least. It must be something I don't understand. It's probably a cultural thing. Because, I don't know, it probably has to do with the language, to be honest. Like, Lena and Rena probably sound similar in whatever language this was translated from, which I believe is Russian, but again, I'm not sure. And then, Rena is probably something I don't know about. I might look it up after this just to see if I get anything. But I'm guessing it's some sort of legend. I don't know. But I don't... Instead of finishing her sentence, she blushed and quickly headed towards the square. For some reason, I felt like turning and following her with my eyes, but Slavia said, "Come." We entered the cabin. Inside it looked something similar to what I imagined. 2 beds, a table, a couple of chairs, a simple carpet on the floor, a wardrobe. Nothing special, but at the same time it felt homelike and cozy, although this room was almost in the same state of disorder as my own flat. The girl standing near the window appeared to be about 25 years old. Nature had obviously gifted her with a pretty face and a good body. At least one thing can keep you happy in a pandemonium. The locals are beautiful. "You're finally here. Excellent. My name's Olga. I'm the camp leader." "Nice to meet you. I'm Semyon." I decided to talk as if I wasn't surprised by anything that was going on. She came closer. I noticed that. "We've been expecting you since early morning." "You've been expecting me?" "Yes, of course." "And when does the next bus come? And why do you need it?" "Yeah, right. Why would I need it?" Guess I shouldn't ask direct questions. The people here may react to them quite unlike how I'd prefer. And I doubt I'd get any answers. It's probably true. No reason, just curious. By the way, where are we exactly? Our mailing address, I mean? I wanted to send a letter to my parents to tell them I got here fine. For some reason, I had the desperate idea that if I played along, I would find something out. "Oh, but your parents called half an hour ago. I sent their regards to you." Now that's a surprise. "So, can I call them? Because I forget to tell them something before I left." "No." She gave me a sweet, spontaneous smile. "Why not? We don't have a phone here." "Then how could my parents made a call to here? I've come back from the director's central town, talked with them there." "Ah, so that's how it is. And can I somehow get to the town?" "No." She kept the same smile. "Why not?" "Because the next bus only comes in a week." I decided not to inquire how the troop leader managed to get there and back. I would get no answer anyway. Is this going to turn into a horror thing? Because this entire situation is kind of creepy. To She's like, that one girl must be tall. Okay. All this time, Slavia was standing next to me and seemed to find nothing odd in our conversation. Oh, we need to find a uniform for you. I've got absolutely no desire to put on a pioneer shorts or to wear a ridiculous red neckerchief? Handkerchief? I don't know. However, wearing winter clothes in summer wasn't a great idea either. Right, thank you. I wonder if I'm the only one here who finds it strange that someone's wearing a coat and winter boots in such heat. Rightio, I'll be off then, and you can get yourself acquainted with the camp. Don't forget to come to dinner in the evening. Having said that, she walked out of the cabin. No, walked is not the right word. She rushed out. I ended up alone with Slavia. I must go too. Got things to do. Take a walk, look around the camps a bit. See you in the evening. If there's no threat or catch to this, then this reality, as embodied by Slavia, becomes more and more appealing. Guys, for the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here. Although obviously my winter clothes were to blame for that. I took off my coat and dropped it onto the bed. My pullover followed. I was now wearing only the shirt. That's much better. All I could do now was follow their advice and go look around the camp. I'll try to find something out in the meantime. Passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy coming my way. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Apparently there were men even in this kingdom of Amazons. Hello, you're new here. You must be Semyon, right? I like the music with this guy. And how do you... Everyone knows already. I'm electronic, by the way. The real one. You can call me that. Electronic was a robot character appearing in several Soviet films and book series. He looked like an exact copy of a school kid called Sergei Cheeskov? I don't know. Electronic, the real one. Things are going from crazy to completely insane. Alright. Well, Liana also calls me cheesy. Cheesy? On toast with mushrooms? Because my last name is Cheeskov. I see. Let me show you around. I accept this offer, as it would take much longer to get to know this place alone. Fine, let's go. We ended up in the square again, as if this place was all there is to this camp. Lena was sitting on one of the benches reading some books. Electronic confidently approached her. Hello, Lena. Meet the new guy, Semyon. He started briskly. Hello. Well, you could say we've already met, in a way. Yes. She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed and went back to reading, as if not noticing that we were still here. Alright, let's go on. I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple words, but then I thought that it was better that way. Electronic's vigorous activity did not fit well with Lena's shyness. Let's go. Next we came to a building which I instantly identified as a canteen. And this here, I know this is where you consume organic food. Yeah, something like that. On the canteen's porch stood the unfriendly girl who hit me on the back earlier. At the sight of her, my joking mood vanished in the blink of an eye. Really, now's not the best time to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he is quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what's what here, or at least where I am. Her over there, that's Elisa? I'm not going to pronounce that last name. There's no way. Okay, never mind, I am. I'm going to try, but I'm going to fail miserably, and I'm so sorry. It's like Divachivskaya? I don't know. I'm just, Eliza, if I have to say her last name again, I'm not. Okay. Be careful around her. He spoke in a whisper. Don't even risk calling her Davache. She doesn't like that. Dava means two in Russian. The whole nickname sounds exactly like Tucha in Russian, in reference to the late Tucha Aru anonymous message board? Anonymous. I can't say it. Whatever. What did you say? What did you call me? She must have heard him. She's like a yandere, I swear. In the blink of an eye, Eliza jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. All right, you'll manage from here onwards. Electronic took to his heels. I'm gonna choose to do nothing in this situation. Alyssa, running past, stopped for a moment and growled. I'll deal with you later. Deal with me? What did I do wrong? I added a forced, guilty smile to my words. But what am I guilty of? She made no reply and carried on chasing Electronic. Looks like I'll have to kill time alone, waiting for dinner. I decided to go east, at least in the direction where east would be in my world. Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch. A game was in full swing here. I guess watching it for a bit wouldn't do any harm. In my childhood and teen years, I was not a bad player myself and even thought of going professional, but a few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for the sake of uncertain chance in the game. Kids at different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy about 10 and a girl about 14 years old. A girl. Hey, that's Ulyana. Alright, so she plays football. What's so surprising? She seems a restless one, after all. I was standing quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. Hey, you! Ulyana shouted. Wanna play? I didn't know how to answer. On the one hand, running around for 10 minutes is no big deal. On the other hand, any wrong move in my situation could be my final one. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable for this weather. If I played in winter boots and warm jeans, I would sweat like a pig. And playing barefoot and without jeans would be simply unethical. Maybe another time, alright? I shouted in response, turned around and walked back. I was followed by Ulyana's screams about my pants, or about me being a pansy, or something like that. I like Ulyana. She seems nice, I guess. Evening was falling and making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted with no real purpose. I came back to the square, sat down on a bench, and gave an exhausted sigh. I'd better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to the people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the will to ponder on things, to strive for something. For example, I feel hungry now, so I care much less about where I am or what is happening to me. Could great people also be affected by this? And in that case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I am not a great person, and it does not really matter which mechanism I serve as a gear in: society, the Matrix, or a weird pioneer camp. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of bells, chiming from a loudspeaker on a light pole. It must be a dinner call. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing that now I knew where it was. Olga was there, standing on the porch. I stopped and looked closely at her, as if I was expecting something. She looked back at me for a while, but at last came closer. Semyon, what are you waiting for? Come in already. Guess nothing bad can happen if I go with her. My stomach backed me up here. The two of us went inside. The canteen looked like a canteen. I'd had a chance to visit a fancy canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner and more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls and on the floor, unsophisticated tableware with an occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in a pioneer camp's supposed to look like. Semyon, wait a moment. We'll find you a place to sit. She looked around the place. That's the last name of the girl. I think her name, Eliza? That's Eliza's last name. Hold it right there! Olga shouted at Eliza, who was passing by. Nailed it. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with them? Indeed, her attire looks somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat right now. All right. Eliza got her shirt right and tucked past, shooting an unpleasant glare at me. So where can you find a place to sit? So where can we find you a place to sit? There weren't a lot of free seats. Go over there next to Olyana. Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table, too. I had no choice but to accept. Of course, there's probability that the cutlets were poisoned with curare? Curare? Yeah, whatever. The mashed potatoes generously seasoned with arsenic, and the glass filled with excellent antifreeze against compote. In the common Russian language, kotleta? That's how it's pronounced. Okay, kotleta is mincemeat, fried or baked in the shape of a ball or cylinder, close to American patties. Compote is a drink made by boiling flesh or dried fruit in a large amount of water. Compote in French. Compote in French. I don't know. Oh, these languages are messing with me. Oh well. But it looked so tasty that I had no chance to resist. Hey, what do you want? I replied rather rudely to Olyana, who was sitting next to me. Why didn't you play football with us? Because of my clothes, said I, pointing to the source of the problem. Oh, all right then, eat. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Because I don't know how close to the end of this day or chapter or whatever we are. I mean, it said it was dinner, but I don't know how much more story is part of this day. So that's what it said. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. And we'll pick up on this on another day. I hope you're all enjoying it. I hope you'll have a good day. I'll see you guys whenever I post next. So, yeah, bye guys.